Good morning, my dear students. Today I am going to glorify a topic that is called the central problems of an economy. But before that, I may say you that in our last chapter we have discussed economy and its systems, where we know that it is such type of a system which provides us working and living to people during the production process. Therefore, it is easy to understand the central problems of an economy. There are certain central problems of an economy, but this is not the problem within our own country, India. This is the problem of the whole world. I mean that every economy is facing a problem that is called a central problem. Central means common to all. At the global level, this problem is there. So we must try to understand what are those problems, the central problems of an economy. Central problems of an economy. Central problems of an economy. So it is very easy to understand what are they. The central problems of an economy are: number one, here I will draw a roadmap here. What to produce? What to produce is one central problem. The second is how to produce. How to produce. This is the second problem. And third is for whom to produce. For whom to produce. So this is a question here. Everything you may get that this is a question: what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. But we must be in a position to know what is the cause behind this. What is the reason that gives rise to central problems? We know that limited resources with alternative uses, limited resources with alternative uses, meet to unlimited wants, and this is the reason that they give rise to central problems. Here, my dear students, I am sure that you might have not forgotten that very thing, the definition given by Dr. Robbins when he is saying again this thing. He is repeating this thing. I will again, for your betterment, I may narrate again that very definition of Robbins, which helps us to understand the whole economy, the whole economics. That is, when Robbins says in his definition, which I have already told you that his definition is going to be considered a scientific definition. Mind it. He says that economics is a study. Economics is that science which studies what? Which studies the relationship between ends, number one, number two, ends, limited resources, that is scarcity, limited resources and their alternative uses. This is one and the same thing: limited resources, alternative uses, and unlimited wants. Here we are getting that the economists do have the problem. They are of the opinion that every human do have wants, and everybody is trying to satisfy all his wants, but is not in a position to satisfy all his wants at once because of the limited resources. Because of the unlimited wants, because of the limited resources. So, limited resources bind us. They do not allow us to go beyond the line. Therefore, here we can say that we have to think over this thing, how to make best use of our limited resources. Then we are able to satisfy our wants. When you are trying to satisfy your want, just after a few minutes, after 1 hour, another want crops up. So it is the case within an economy, it is the case with an individual, with a state, with a village, with a country, and at the global level. Therefore, economy do have to face some problems which are called central problems. And what are those? They are what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce. Now I will make it clear here that when we do have wants are unlimited and everybody is trying to satisfy all his wants, to fulfill all his demands, to fulfill all his needs, but can't because of that very scarcity of resources which do have already, we are saying, alternative uses. That does not allow us to satisfy all wants because we are in chains here. We can't go beyond the line. Therefore, cut your coat according to your cloth. Same is here. But that may give us, when we are saying again, wants are unlimited. Right? Try to understand. Because we are getting the cause why these problems are occurring in an economy. Unlimited wants. Alternative uses. So, this will lead towards choice. If a person who is proceeding towards market to get some commodities which are very important for his family, for the domestic purpose or for other things which are the necessities of life or sometimes which are essential or which he desires to have, which he demands to have, he is going with an amount of money, but there he starts to think, well, I have to make the best use of my resources. Then he will get the commodities from that very market. But that depends upon his choice. Here we are saying, when we are saying that there is scarcity or limited resources, scarce. This will limited resources will lead towards choice. So this limited resource, that is scarcity cause choice. The consumer, or it may be a producer, it may be at the micro level or at the macro level. It may be a problem of an individual, of a state, of a country, but we can say it is a problem of an economy. So they have to make choice there. Choice implies decision making, which is most important thing. Decision making leads towards the central problem. But decision making is related with the usage, of limited resources. So again we are getting this thing. So therefore, a country has to think about his economy, how I will make the economy better, how there will be acceleration in an economy, how the development growth will take place, but it all depends upon that very limited resources which leads us towards decision making, and decision making again relates to the usage of that very, we are saying, limited resources. So therefore, an economy has to think what to produce. Is it clear now? What to produce is the main problem within an economy. So there are two categories here. I may say you that is, one, it deals with consumer goods. Consumer goods. And it also deals with capital goods. Consumer goods and capital goods. This is one of the leading factor here, that the country has to think whether I will produce consumer goods, food, clothing, sugar, etc., which is essential for we people, or should I produce capital goods. So therefore, this is a lecture here. We are saying that the economy is in fix. What to do? Whether I will prefer this thing or this thing. Same is the case, because why? Because of limited resources. No doubt, the country is trying to accelerate its economy, is growing its economy, but the demands, needs, wants, they will never come down. They are ahead of that very thing. So therefore, economy has to decide whether to choose this or this. Clear? See, that one is there, that how to produce. How to produce. So another way here is, same things are here arising. Now this problem is there, economy is facing such a problem. Now there is another problem, how to produce. How to produce means that we have to see back to our economic problems. We have to see about the unemployment problems. We have to see how to make our economy better. But it will be only possible with this reach, that when we are getting that the country is having its good resources, and how to produce leads us towards that very side, whether we need better production. For the better production, what we need, we either need labor or we either need machinery. So there are two things. One is called CIT, capital intensive technique. Capital intensive technique. Capital intensive technique, and other is, my dear students, that is LIT, labor intensive technique. Labor intensive technique. So a country who says how to produce, he has to decide. He has to take decision. I have told you that the decision it is going to be created by that very limited resources. Here, an economy has to decide whether he will go for the capital intensive technique or for the labor intensive technique. We in India is a big populated country. We are having enough man resource here. We in India, we are going to produce through our labor technique. The production here is taking place through our labor intensive. So here we are not having such type of development through which we can say that we are in a position to make use of the capital intensive techniques. Mostly now the countries are proceeding towards capital intensive techniques. I can't deny this fact, but the problem of unemployment is also there. So therefore the country has to think how to remove that very employment. So this India is trying to absorb much and much labor so that the production process may take place in a better way. But there are some lacknesses behind this. There are some drawbacks. And now the only point here which I am going to say you that the country has to decide, the economy has to decide whether to go to choose this side or this side, whether to go for capital intensive technique or to go for labor intensive technique. Capital intensive technique means machinery which is going to be used for further production. For further production, that is called the capital intensive technique. So therefore, we are going to launch machinery. In our olden days, we were going to use plows, wooden plows. But nowadays we are using tractors. So therefore, same is the case here. The country has to decide how to produce. How to produce, whether through capital intensive technique or through labor intensive technique. Clear? Now the third one, that is also one of the important problem here, a grave problem which a country and economy is facing, that is for whom to produce. For whom to produce means how we will make distribution. Now there is another thing that is called personal distribution. Personal distribution is the first here. Personal distribution. For whom to produce, it stands on personal distribution, and this is called functional distribution. Functional distribution. You might have heard that there are three things which are very important in economy: production, consumption, and distribution. Same is the case here. So an economy has to think whether to prefer personal distribution or to go for functional distribution. Personal distribution here means those people, here is a question of rich and poor. Rich and poor, or middle class. Whether we should produce for rich people or for the common people, or for the poor people. Because these persons who do have the purchasing power, if we will produce such things, that will go towards this side. But a country is in a fix, country is in a problem. Country do have the tension, what decision I should take for whom to produce. So this also arises there. This is a grave problem before an economy. So we are saying that whether this way should be adopted or this way. So it is a problem within an economy. So this problem is going to be faced by the American economy, by the Russian economy, China economy. So we are of the view that economists are at the right path, saying that when there are limited resources, we are trying to make best use. We should try to make best use of those very resources. But countries settle in fix what decisions I should take for this thing. So this is a problem. This is called the central problems of an economy. Now, my dear students, I am sure that you might have got this thing. Inshallah, tomorrow I will see you again. Khuda Hafiz. Khuda Hafiz.